The Multiverses, yay or nay, series continues to roll along with a brand new character, and just a quick reminder, at the end of this episode we do have the updated yay or nay stats, but before we get to that, we got the new character today, none other than Grim, aka the Grim Reaper, from the adventures, or the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy. So this seems to be a pretty popular character. We'll put him to the test in the Yay or Nay series, see how well he fares against other people. But as always, we're going to go over some moves, some taunts, some alternate costume ideas, some profile icons, that sort of stuff. You guys get the gist of it by now, so down in the comments, you either say yay, you want to see this character playable, or nay, you don't want to see him. So let's jump into the moveset, shall we? I'm going to call this the Rising Scythe, I guess we could call it, a scythe spin or something to that degree. But I imagine this attack, Grim will, well, spin around with his scythe and then kind of deliver a higher slash with it. I'm going to compare this move to Link's up special. Oh, by the way, I envision this attack being Grim's grounded and air up special attack. So Grim will spin around a couple times with his scythe, hit people multiple times, and then one final swing will be the final big blow of the attack. So this will be a pretty good attack to catch, opponents in the air to try to grab some KOs above stage. So this would be a pretty good attack. Grim is going to make use of his scythe because, well, it's going to be his main weapon after all. So I think this one works very well. And again, it's a scythe, so you can throw scythe attacks in there. Other places, scythe slash, like a downward slash, something like that. But, for at least for this move, his rising scythe spin slash, I don't know what to actually call it, but you get the idea. Move number 2, I'm going to call this one the Spirit Summon. I think this one could be kind of fun. So the way that this attack would work, maybe this is like a grounded down attack or something to maybe grounded down special. But either way, Grim is going to take his scythe, slam it into the ground. So if the opponent is close enough, they will get hit by the scythe itself. But at a somewhat of a distance away from Grim, he's going the actual stage isn't going to crack open, but similar to how you see in the little clip, once the ground cracks open, these little spirits pop up. So that's what the attack is. Grim slams his scythe into the ground, and then a little further off in the distance, a spirit or two kind of rise up and maybe deliver a punch or two or something like that. So it's a little bit of a ranged attack, if you will, but Grim can protect himself if the opponent is up close and personal. So kind of like two different ways for the attack to work, but it's meant to be a little bit more of a ranged thing. But either way, I think this one would be kind of cool because, again, Grim Reaper summoning some spirits to do his evil bidding or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. I think this move would be pretty fitting for him. Move number 3, let's call this one, because I don't know the actual name of it, but like an Energy Blast. This could be like a projectile type of an attack for Grim. Maybe this is just his neutral attack or a neutral special, if you will. But he raises his hand and fires out this big beam of energy, straight forwards, that way could catch some people at a distance, kind of get a little bit of, snipe. It's like a sniping tool for him, if you will. So I think this would be pretty fitting. I think almost every character, if not every character, should have some I mention this all the time, but I believe every character should have at least one type of projectile some way if they can. And Grim has that capability. We don't even need this for it. He could throw his scythe like a boomerang, and then obviously it comes back to him. That could be a projectile, but he could shoot flames. I guess that's kind of a projectile. Not really, maybe. Depends on how you do it. But either way, for this move, this Energy Blast, I think, fits. Now let's move over to a couple taunts, and then I got a losing animation, or at least I think it's a pretty fitting animation. So first taunt, let's go with the Grim Dance. Just Grim doing the Grim Dance. Simple concept. I like this. Just kind of like doing a little celebrating, like, yeah, just got myself a ring out. Yeah, pretty simple idea. I think that's, again, fitting of his character, as well as the next taunt, the Guitar Whale. He just pulls out the guitar and just absolutely goes to town on it. This would be so cool. Anybody remember this episode at all? Dude, like, what was it? What was the song that he said he could play? Like, Stairway to Heaven? I don't think you could actually play that in Multiversus because you probably got to get, like, the song rights to it, and that's probably expensive, but just a generic tune that he, plays on the guitar would be absolutely hilarious, so I would love that. And now for I think this is an appropriate losing animation, but it's him sharpening his scythe. Just imagine that. He's sitting in the background after a loss and he's like, all right, didn't quite get it done. So, I need to sharpen up my skills a little bit. I need to sharpen up that scythe just a little bit, because it didn't quite get the job done. So I think this would be a very fitting losing animation for him. So that's what I got. Now let's move over to some alternate costume ideas and then a couple profile icons. So alternate costume idea number 1. Actually, I got 3 of them here, but the first one, anybody remember when they did the funny little Powerpuff Girls crossover thing? What if you dressed Grimm up in one of the Powerpuff Girls costumes? Wouldn't that be funny? I think that'd be hilarious. I honestly think that'd be hilarious. This would only work if Powerpuff Girls are playable, and odds are they're going to be playable, so it would just be a really fun reference to that crossover, episode that they had, so it'd be a funny one. That's why I threw it in here. Alternate costume idea number 2. I think this one would be like an epic, maybe legendary. I don't epic for sure, but the anime version of Grimm when they did their little anime. This thing was, I took one look at this and I was like, this would be perfect. People would buy, I'd buy this. I would love Grimm in the game, so almost anything that comes with him, I'll buy it myself, but, I'm just a fan of the character. But alternate costume idea number 3, Clown Grimm. Yeah, just him dressed up in that goofy-looking clown outfit when Billy was scared of clowns or whatever. So, again, 3 ideas. There you go. I think they work. Now for the profile icons, we got a couple here. This one will be pretty fun. I would like this one. It's Grimm, but he's got the flames in his eyes. This would look so cool. Just sitting down there as your profile icon. If you could turn that into a banner, you could have the flames be, animated in some way. That'd be kind of cool. You get the Grim Reaper as a banner and, the animation of the flames in his eye. That'd be kind of cool. I'd rock something like that, but at least as a profile icon, there you go for that. And then I'm kind of reusing an idea that we already talked about, but another profile icon here. What if it's him, Billy, and Mandy in their Powerpuff Girls attires as they were flying through the air? What if we get that as an icon or something? That'd be funny, just kind of a little tie-in. So, that's what I got for that. And now for the yay or nay portion before we get to the updated stats. For me, it's going to be a yay. Simple. It's just a character I really, really do want, and I think he's well deserving of a roster spot. So for me, he gets a yay. We'll see what you guys say, hopefully next week when we get another updated version of the stats. But as for now, let's get the current updated stats for the yay or nay series. So here we have it, the 6 characters that actually have stats, and I don't think anyone will be too surprised, but Mordecai and Rigby are still first and second place, respectfully. Mordecai's got a 90.67%, Rigby's got an 89.71%. Both Mordecai and Rigby, their percentages did rise a little bit from last time we seen them, so that's cool. But the 4 new characters, actually 3 new characters that we haven't gotten stats for before. Scorpion, we seen his episode last week. He had 88 total votes, 76 yeses, 12 no's, and he comes in with an 88.36 yes to no ratio percentage, so that's pretty cool. But then look at Freddy down there in 4th, very, very slightly behind Scorpion. Freddy had 93 total votes, 80 yays, and 13 nays. Freddy's his percentage came in at 86.02, only 0.34 behind Scorpion, which is kind of crazy. But then we got Foghorn Leghorn. This was a very mixed kind of character in terms of the reception from the comments, but 103 total votes, 77 yays, 26 nays. There's a lot of people that kind of felt the same way as well. A lot of the other comments like, hey, he'd be great, but other Looney Tunes should get in before him. Or there's just people that are saying, how about no more Looney Tunes? Let's get other franchises represented. So either way, there's that. He had a 74.75% yes to no ratio. And then Peridot, her updated stats, she's now in last place out of all the characters. 116 votes, 68 yays, 48 nays, and she has a 58.62%. But there was one other character that was a part of the series. So Beetlejuice obviously has now been confirmed for the game. So we are removing Beetlejuice from this series, from the poll, because there's really no point. But I just thought it'd be funny. Here's his final stats that he had before we're going to remove him. 136 total votes, 105 yeses, 31 no's. So he had a 77.2% yes to no ratio. So kind of cool thing there. But that is going to be it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.